What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Starscream. So this is one of the figures in the latest wave of Transformers Legacy. I haven't really been getting a lot of the Transformers Legacy figures. They just haven't been appealing to me. Now this one I thought looked really cool, has some nice paint, so I decided to pick it up. But most of them I've been kind of skipping. Now if you're interested in sending me a figure for a review from the retail line or from really anything, like Legends, Scale, I typically look at most of the Masterpiece stuff and some of the 3P third-party Masterpiece Scale. But if it's something else that you haven't seen on my channel or you're not sure if I'm going to look at it, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram direct message, and I will let you know if I'm going to take a look at it and whether you can send it to me. Just for our information, I usually send gifts back to people who send me stuff for review. And also have a pretty good track record of not breaking things that people send me. Once in a blue, I do. If I do break it, I end up replacing it or fixing it for them. But if you're interested, hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. But let's take a look at this guy. He does come like this. And you want to install these pieces here. Now, it does have a label. Now, mine says L2 and R2. And I noticed T-Man in his video, his says L1 and R1. So I'm not sure why they're different, why we have different numbers, but you can put this one on the left. It just plugs in right there. And we can put this one on the right. And that completes his look. You can also rotate these down if you don't want them. I think it looks better with it, but also come to the back here, we have these wings. These will just plug in right here. It's got some sprue marks on it, but we can just take that off, and then that's going to plug in right there, and then rotate downwards. So for this side, you can just plug it in like that, and leave those down for now. And now we have a complete looking Starscream, and he looks really good. Got some really nice paint. Starting from the top, we have red and yellow paint there on the pylons. You have silver for the face and then purple for the eyes, metallic purple. That looks really good. And I believe the head is painted, hard to tell. Got blue paint, red paint, silver paint down the middle here. Nice translucent purple for the cockpit. Red paint here, accents all throughout. I can't tell, I think this is just colored plastic, but this is paint right here on the foot and on the ankle. Here's the back. It is relatively clean. There's no waffles on this guy. As far as his articulation, the head is on a ball joint. It gets a little bit down, but not much up. Rotates around. Nice tight joint there. Rotation at the shoulder on friction hinge. Out to the side, it collides there, but you can accordion this shoulder down, and then you can get it all the way up. So that's a nice design that they have a hinge for that. Rotation at the bicep. You have a double jointed elbow here that gets you the full bend. You have a wrist rotation, although it starts to untransform a little bit, but you do have a rotation there. You can, of course, rotate this up and down. You can also flip this down. We'll talk about that during accessories, but some articulation there. You have a waist rotation. It gets up to there. Let's see. Does it keep going? What's colliding? Something's colliding. Oh, this piece right here is colliding. But that's pretty far. Leg goes up to there. Back to there. All the way up. Out to the side. All on friction there. Could have stood to use a little bit of ratchet on that. Or soft ratchet. But it's tight enough. Rotation at the thigh. Single jointed knee gets you past 90 degrees. Ankle tilt out to there. If you want to unlock the ankle, you can unlock it from here, and that'll give you a very wide range. Otherwise, it kind of locks it in place. I actually like it locked because then he's a little bit more stable, but it does reduce articulation. But there you go. As far as accessories, we do get his cyber key, I think is what it's called. Then in just translucent purple plastic with a Decepticon symbol on it. You can come to the back here, that'll plug in right here. You can actually leave it there permanently if you want to. We can also take his gun, and this can plug in right here. That looks nice. You can also take it, there's a couple different things you can do. You can plug it on the side of the arm, like that. You can also come to the back here and store it away if you want to. So nice options on that gun, and it's a pretty good looking gun. I don't know if it should be translucent purple. And for a quick size comparison, there is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime, another retail figure. You can see how he scales up. A little bit shorter, so it kind of works. I think he was actually a pretty big character, but I don't know. I think this works. All right, let's get him transformed into robot mode. And before we do that, I just want to mention you can fold these out so you can have these kind of blade things, which I think look really cool. All right, in order to get him transformed, let's rotate these to the side. I'm going to come down to here and open up the arm. And we'll rotate the hands in and then close up the arm. We're going to hook on a peg from here and then rotate this around so that it sits on the back. And you should have it so that the arm is like that, parallel or perpendicular. And then you can kind of see there's a little peg right here on the back. I'm going to peg that arm into that. And you can collapse the shoulder down on the side. All right, so same with this thing. Backpack here. So bring this down. You can actually leave the cyber key if you want to. Rotate the head down. You can fold that back up, and it's going to tab in right here. So make sure that makes its way in. I do find sometimes these arms come out as you're transforming. We're going to come to the back here. We're going to open up this back section. It can be a little bit tight, but we're going to unpeg it from there, and that'll kind of extend the back of the jet. Just leave these here for now. And then we're going to take the legs. We're going to rotate, open up this panel right here. We're going to take the feet, unpeg them from here, that little tab in piece, rotate this down and bring this up. And from the inside you can rotate this open. Actually, I put it the wrong way. You're going to have it like this. And then this is going to accordion down and end up sitting right in here. There's a little peg here that's going on the inside of this. So make sure that makes its way in. Tab that together. That kind of helps hold it together. And then this is going to just tab in right here on the top. All right, so that's one side. Let's do the same thing on this side. I'll open this up. Rotate the foot down. Fold this over. And accordion this down, making sure it tabs in right here. And then on the bottom, make sure we fold out your nose cone. And then you can bring these together. And tab them in. They should come all the way together and then tab in. Like that. We can open up these wings. Oh, I have these backwards. So they face like this. Come to the back here. We can open up these and bring them together. Before we bring them all the way together, you can put this gun in between here. Two little tabs. So get the tail pegged in and then get this pegged in right underneath it on the back of the tail. And then we can put the Cybertron key back. I knocked it off. That'll plug in right here. The last step here, come to the bottom and tab this together. It's kind of an over-under tab and then tab it in. All right, and there is Cybertron Starscream in jet mode, and it's actually pretty darn good looking. You can see these intakes here. You got nice purple. I like the gun in purple, translucent purple now because it just matches, looks good. Blue paint here on the nose cone. A little bit of detail, engine detail and stuff like that. That all looks nice. I do find these arms like to pop off these little pegs. But here's the back. You got these two boosters painted in black. All that red detail on the wings and on the tail fins, that all shows up nicely. It doesn't really have landing gear, but it does sit nice and flat on these pieces here. So make sure you get those in. You can also take the gun and put it down here in between if you want. My personal preference, I think it looks way better up there. But you can unpeg it from here, take this out, and make sure you put it back together. And then come to the bottom. And this will peg in, back it in all the way to here, and just push it down with the handle down. And then you can plug this in. And that kind of sits down there. My personal preference, though, is definitely on top, but that's another option. You can flip out these weapons here. So you can have that. Overall, pretty nice looking jet mode. And for a quick size comparison, there it is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime. Pretty good sized jet there. Kind of wider, taller, and longer than Optimus. So final recommendations on the Transformers Legacy United Cybertron Starscream. This is a pretty good retail figure. I like it. I'm going to give it a 4 to 5. I'm going to recommend it. If you're a fan of the character or just this Legacy United line in general, this is a good one to get. It doesn't have any waffles. It doesn't have any, missing parts, which is always kind of one of my complaints. I like the accessories. The gun works. The little swords here work. Cybertron key, I don't really care about, but I know it's a gimmick that this thing had. So it doesn't do anything, but at least they included it. So it does everything I think it should. So that's really it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.